didn't need to be able to look through there. There's no reason to be able to look through there. Like I said, no reason to be able to look through there. They said they wanted a privacy fence, and that's not what they're doing.
That ain't privacy.
No, that is taking away from
That is the boat. This is not privacy. That is a clear line of sight to over there and to where my trailer is. It's a clear line of sight. That was deliberately cut. Wait, no, that's a leaf. But there was definitely plants there. And it blocked the view from there to over here. And my neighbors want a privacy fence? If they want privacy, then they need to stop trying to take other people's property. Find the original property lines. They need to find the original property line, the original old property line from over 60 years ago. But no, they want to make up their own laws, do what they want, and they want to do things their way, and they want to try and lie, steal, and try to put my family in jail or get us kicked off our own property. One way or another. They have taken and removed the fence that my family fixed. The fence me, my mother, my sisters, and my dad fixed years ago. Over 20, well, almost, definitely over 19 years ago at least. And that was a long time ago. So, obviously my neighbors want to take and steal property. Property that doesn't belong to them. Property that they essentially stole from my family, because the fencing that was used to fix the original fence line it had not moved for over 19 years. At least 19 years. And the location where the original fence line should be right where that red painted T-post is. And that was painted by my mom almost 18 and a half to 19 years ago. And my south side neighbors, the Clowells, they are trying to say that we put that fence there. Unfortunately, all the evidence points to them lying, because the fence was there far before they ever moved in. My family fixed it. But no, my south side neighbors want to lie and steal. Take what they want and lie about how much they have, how much they don't have, and basically lie about what did not happen or what did happen. And this is where the fence currently is. See where those old redwood fence posts are? Those are the fence from over 60 to 70 years ago. And my neighbors are trying to say that that ain't what my family claims. The Clowells are obviously lying through their teeth and out their rear. Because they have obviously lied about the fence, and they obviously lied about the property line. They have lied about all kinds of things, including lying about my mom pointing a gun. My mom did not point a gun at Mr. Clowell. Not even close. Of course, Mr. Clowell claims otherwise.
And they didn't let us go to court, and they...
Come on.
Like I said, Larry, I was screwed over in court.
And as I remember correctly,
I was told not to testify until after I had gone to court on the gun charges. And I think I went to court on the gun charges during that stay away order.
I'm pretty sure that you went
Which
to...
means I didn't get to testify on my own behalf because my lawyer told me not to.
Well, considering that lawyer was appointed by the court because we requested it, but that lawyer should have understood that court date...
It was a couple days away. I told him I had court that Friday.
Yeah.
On the 11th. And he says, okay, well, you need to talk to a lawyer and see if you should testify or wait until that. And I was told to wait until the court for the gun charges. And the gun charge court ended up telling me, I guess we had to come back or they were going to send a letter or something. And it's like, wait a minute, I just got charged, lost my gun rights and other rights just because of that charge, and I didn't even go to court on the charge, and yet they used it against me.
Exactly.
That
Not
wasn't
to
right.
mention...
I still had a right to defend myself and say, no, I didn't point no gun at his stomach. His midsection is what he said. But I didn't
at that
get to
range,
go to court and defend myself.
At that range, you would have been able
At that range, I wouldn't have been pointing anything at his stomach.
It would have been aimed at his skull.
It's enough.
At that range.
At that distance, yeah. Why point a gun at somebody's midsection when you're less than 4 feet away?
Less than 4 feet?
Shouldn't have been moving shit that he didn't have a right to be messing with.
Yeah.
He used our fencing, our T-post, and put up a fence where he felt he wanted it. He never asked us anything. He was told for years.
He was told for over 19 years not to mess with
Yes,
that
I
damn
know.
fence. For over 19
I'm just
years.
going with the last shit that happened. Yes, I know he's been told from the time he moved in.
Which
when
was
they first
way
started
before.
trying to bulldoze everything. They were told to leave it alone.
We
And
fixed
it
up.
wasn't by us, it was by my father-in-law.
Yeah.
They were told to leave it alone until they had it surveyed because the property line, the fence had already been grandfathered in.
Yeah. And besides,
And it was
because it was
between,
grandfathered in, and the agreement between my late grandfather and the previous owners before the Clowells, it was agreed by those people.
that's where it went.
And it was grandfathered in.
Actually, it was sold to both parties that way because Al Warfield owned it before they did. Before Marty did.
And then Grandpa and Marty and them moved it over to our direction.
Nobody will help fight for it, so stop.
But still,
No, I'm tired of.
They lied, they stole, they cheated.
Yes,
they
I know,
did
Larry.
things illegally.
Yes, I know, and they held stuff over a veteran's head so that he would keep his mouth shut too. They used a bunch of shit for a guy that it didn't belong to. They used somebody else's VA stuff for him. They're the ones that ended up injuring him. They were made to take care of him, and yet they didn't. They lied and made him into a vet. Gave somebody else's name. They've done it 3 times at least.
And not to mention the fact that
And
they
it's not
lied
just
about
these
the
guys.
gun.
It's not just them.
And besides, they lied about the gun
To be able
stuff.
to change names, courts had to be involved, and other people had to be involved too.
Yeah, and they lied about the court stuff. They lied about the gun. And the court told
They
them.
lied about where my other kids were too.
The court told the Clowells not to mess with the damn fence line.
Oh, they didn't listen, Larry. Now just quit. No, I'm done. Don't even talk to me about it.
Mom.
Dad has treated me like shit over that damn fence, Larry. Because he doesn't want to fight for it. He doesn't want to fight anything.
Well,
He's
I want to
not
fight for our
allowed
home.
to. He's not allowed to
Bull!
because of Clinton and Bush.
Bull!
Bull.
Our dad is...
They locked his family into an agreement that they wouldn't fight for anything in the U.S.
Bullshit.
Nope. Bullshit, Larry. I was there. They just didn't want him to know I was there. Just like in 2007, or was it 2009?
Thing is,
He ended up in a fucking
those
basement.
old agreements became
he
null and void.
He ended up in a fucking basement with a bunch of people going, if you could go back without anybody knowing, or you could get your job back without anybody knowing, would you do it? He said yes. He didn't know that I was in the corridor behind his ass.
Thing is, those so-called agreements became null and void
And
years ago.
And that's right around the time that the Robert Livingston disappeared, didn't make his last report.
But the thing is,
Too many coincidences, Larry.
those old agreements are null and void.
They were supposed to be.
They
but
became
no.
null and void from the get-go.
Larry, your dad
From the
is an
get-go.
honorable man. He will stick to his fucking word.
But those agreements...
Whether his life depends on it, he will stick to his word. Now,
Those agreements are null and void, period.
No, they're not, Larry. You tell that to a man.
Illegal! Illegal.
You tell that to a man who is very honorable and will keep his word when he shakes a hand.
Thing is,
No.
those illegal
No. Whether
agreements,
they're illegal or not, your
they
dad
are
is
null
still
and
going to do
void.
it.
They became null and
No.
void the moment they were
Don't
agreed
yell at me
upon.
again, young man. I'm your mom, right?
Yes,
I
but
gave birth to you. And I'm telling you, your dad, whether it is an illegal agreement or not, your dad will uphold his end of it, whether his life depends on it or not. That is your dad. That is an American vet.
yeah, but those agreements became null and void the moment they were even
No,
agreed upon.
You're not listening, Larry. Whether the agreement was illegal or not, your dad made an agreement. He will stick to it because he is an honorable man. That means he keeps his word, no matter
They
what.
are null and void.
It
That
doesn't.
agreement is null and void. It is
Larry,
far past null
like
and
Clinton,
void.
like Clinton, the agreements that they made to give me my inheritance.
No. Those
Like that,
agreements
no.
are not null and
Your
void.
dad is an honorable man. He will agree.
But Hillary Clinton is not honorable.
No, she's not. So you know what? Knock it off because you're going overboard and you're pissing me off. You don't want to listen because
No, you don't want to listen.
your dad made an agreement, whether it was legal or not. Your dad made an agreement for certain things not to happen or to happen. Your dad gave his word that he would not let me speak against his family again. And every time
I'm speaking against them.
yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Your dad won't
They-
stop it.
They are not part of the immediate family.
It
You,
doesn't
me,
matter.
Robin,
Yes, I
and
know.
Dad.
It don't matter. Your
They-
dad made agreements.
They
He is an honorable veteran. He's an
He may be
American
an honorable
citizen.
veteran, but those that intended for those
You know
deals
what? You're not
were not
listening.
honorable.
You're not listening.
They used
Whether
the honorable vet status
whether
and
they
behavior.
Whether they're honorable or not, Larry, they can break their word or not, but your dad will never do it. Do you understand?
Thing is,
No.
they've already broken their word.
It don't
Therefore,
matter.
Dad has
Your
full right
dad
to fight
will
against
not.
them.
Your dad will not.
Wrong.
No, he won't, Larry. Has he done it so far?
He has full right because they broke the agreement.
Whether he has a...
They broke the agreement first.
Whether-
Therefore,
You know what? You better knock it off.
doesn't.
You're getting all
matter.
worked up when you're not listening.
You're not listening.
No.
Mom,
Larry, if I make an agreement
I'm going to
and
explain this more carefully.
No, you're not listening, Larry. Just because they're not honorable, don't mean your dad's not.
Because they're not honorable,
No.
Dad doesn't have to
I don't
listen
want
to
to hear
them.
it. Because
Therefore,
whether
we
they
can
do-
fight against them.
No,
They are not family.
that's enough. It doesn't matter if they're family.
Yes, it does.
Your dad gave his word for something. And your dad, that's everything to him. Do you understand? He can't be trusted if he can't keep his word, can he? Can he?
He hasn't
No.
been keeping
Simple
his
question.
word to us.
Whether he does to us or not, he made agreements. He gave his word that I would not do anything.
Those agreements were null and void the moment he was betrayed by the
Whether-
ones who made the agreement with him.
Whether he was betrayed
In
or
other
not.
words,
No.
he has no obligation to
It doesn't
uphold
matter.
those
It
oaths
doesn't
or
matter.
promises.
Your dad made an agreement and he'll
It
do it.
does matter.
No, it don't, Laurie, not to him.
Yes,
Not
it
to him.
does.
No, not to him it don't, Laurie. Your dad is an honorable man. He will keep his word whether it kills him or not.
By
Do you
all,
understand?
by
No matter
all
what
forces
there is,
and rights in the
whether-
cosmos, he
whether
has
they
no obligation to those dark oaths.
whether he made, whether...
End of
Stop!
discussion!
No, it's not, young man. Whether they broke it or not, your dad is an American vet who keeps his word. Now you knock it off. No!
Those agreements are supposed to work both ways.